Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Wacky Wednesday. It's a beautiful morning, and we have a beautiful guest with us today. Yes, this is Catherine Walker. Catherine Walker is the keep behind the Kika Vika lovely eco friendly bags which support village women in Thailand. Yes, you can get them at the Green Collective in Singapore. And today, on behalf of Kids Lab, which is an online portal to do everything with kids, from which classes to send them, which enrichment courses they should join, what parenting styles you should follow, how you should help your child to be a better human being. Yes, Kidsla is the online portal. On behalf of them, Catherine will be interviewing me, the key person behind Nature Nurtures. So over to Catherine.
Thank you, Dr. Priya, for having me today. I'd like to start with a question. What has been your inspiration in finding Nature Nurtures?
Okay, Nature Nurtures, as the name suggests, has been my key inspiration. I truly and honestly believe in my motto, which is nature nurtures to health naturally. So I feel that we are all creatures of nature, we are all natural in our habitat. But when we move away from being natural, whether we are unnatural spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, or physically, we become diseased in the sense we start inviting diseases or illness into our life. So, the more natural we are, the more healthier we are. So, that has been my inspiration for the past 27 years that I have founded and have been running Nature Nurtures.
Wonderful. How is homeopathy beneficial for children's medical treatments?
Okay, wonderful. As again I said, children are the best gift life gives us. Children are in their developmental stages. You see, everything in a child is developing, including their immunity. So, every virus, every bacteria, every allergen that comes into a child, the child learns to develop its immunity and fight it back. When we give the children chemical medicines, whichever they be, we just slam shut or suppress this innate development of the child. Homeopathy, on the other hand, supports a child's innate ability to fight back infections, to fight back allergens, to fight back viruses, and in that sense makes a child really a healthy individual as he or she grows up. And I think Catherine would be a better person to give you on ground experience because her children have been coming to me for a very long time. Yes, Catherine, could you share your experience?
Yes, with my eldest daughter, Ella, she had bowel problems for many years. So I looked at this holistic approach after seeing other doctors, and it just was failing. So that was the beginning of our journey with Dr. Priya, and my husband was skeptical in the beginning, but after seeing the amazing results, he's now a big believer.
So he's converted to a homeopathy.
He sure has.
Yes, that has been a great support. See, there are many dads, or there are sometimes even moms who do not support homeopathy, but I always tell them that do come and meet me because when you see the clinical approach or the more holistic approach of homeopathy, well, usually we have people who change their mind and start becoming how do I say, likers or lovers of homeopathy and its holistic therapies. And Catherine, I must say, has been an ardent follower in the sense that homeopathy needs perseverance and patience. And Catherine has shown both when dealing with her children. She has also groomed them and brought them up very naturally. So that also is in sync with what we believe in, which is nature nurtures to health naturally. Yes.
How long does homeopathy take to show improvements in a child's health?
This question has been asked to me time and again, not just child cell, even in an adult cell. People say, oh, homeopathy is good for chronic illnesses, but not so good for acute medicine when a child gets fever. I think it's contrary. Homeopathy is good for acute as well as chronic. And if your child has been on homeopathy, believe me, even a single dose of homeopathy is able to bring down a fever or a cold or a horrendous cough. Yeah, even body rashes. I have seen it because I have been a homeopathy patient since I was a child. My mother did not take us to any other medicines. Our family physician was a family homeopath. So I was brought up on homeopathy, and I have not taken any other medication for all my life. I think the only time if I took anything was during my C-section, and that too, my best friend did it. So I told her, I'm just going to take medicines for 3 days, that's it, nothing more. You can say I bullied her in a way, but I managed myself entirely with homeopathy. My children have been taking homeopathy. So my daughter, who's now 23 and is overseas, well, my biggest challenge when she went overseas was, how is this girl going to survive? Because she doesn't know how to swallow a simple pill. She has never taken a Panadol even. But she said, Mom, you manage me so long, you can manage me even overseas. And thanks to technology and WhatsApp call and FaceTime, well, I have been managing her overseas just with homeopathy. So, yeah. But again, I think Catherine would like to give a few of her experiences with how her children have benefited.
Yes, from our experience, during the treatments, at first it takes a little while, and once the children have been on the treatments, they become used to it, and it responds very well. The treatment responds very well.
And very
In fact,
fast as well.
in hours, within hours of taking Dr. Priya's magic pills, as our family call them, yeah, there's huge improvements.
Yeah.
And yes, this is why, another reason why my husband is now a big believer.
Yes.
He's
So
seen it.
she used a very nice word. It's called magic pills. Yes, a
Mhm.
lot of people wonder, how can these teeny weeny sweet little pills bring about a change? And I think children love homeopathy because it's sweet.
It
They
is.
hate taking other medicines because maybe they are bitter, or they are too difficult, or they have obnoxious taste or smell. But I have a different experience with children. When I tell them you're doing fine and you don't need any more medicines, they'll say, I think I have a tummy ache. I think I need Dr. Priya's magic pills. So it is really magical, this journey with homeopathy.
It is.
Right?
It's a lifesaver because my youngest 3-year-old, she will not take any other
Yes.
medicine. As soon as I say Dr. Priya's pills, she's happy to open her mouth.
Yeah.
Next question. How is NatureNurtures different from other homeopathic centres in Singapore?
Okay, so NatureNurtures is all about holistic treatment. So we give homeopathy only if the patient needs to take some medicine. Otherwise, we do a whole lot of health coaching where we help a patient to lead a healthy life by the way he eats, by the way he exercises, by the way he thinks, even changing his thoughts. So, health coaching, we even personalize oils and teach people pressure points of how to apply them. We even do what is known as predictive health. That means you might be healthy today, but your genetics shows that there is a high probability of you catching certain illnesses. So we teach you how to prevent, or at least postpone or move forward those illnesses which are coded in your genetics. And in today's world, when we humans are moving all over the globe, where we consult beyond boundaries. So I have my patients who have moved back to France or to Oxford or to US. And again, thanks to technology, sitting here, I can consult people practically any part of the globe. So homeopathy looks into the holistic management of each and every individual who comes to us.
Yes, and you make all the difference too, Dr. Priya.
Well, that's Catherine's love for me, I guess, that she feels I also have a little bit of magic.
She does. And as soon as you walk in, she welcomes you with her beautiful smile and open arms. So we love coming.
Thank you.
Where do the sessions take place?
Well, this place, which we call our healing sanctuary, where you can see that I have a little green corner, our healing sessions take place right here. And I try my level best to make it as healing as possible for everyone who come here, because I really feel that they're not my patients. They're my friends. It's a bilateral loving relationship that we develop. It's a health partnership, right? Together we heal. And I honestly believe in that. So I try to make this place as calming, as healing as possible. So, yes, right now our sessions take place here. But maybe with God's grace, we might start operating at many more places in the world. Who knows?
And for my 3-year-old, she loves coming to this area and looking at all the
Yes.
animals.
Yes, we call this a Noah's Ark because we have all kinds of little animals who children come and leave them here. And I think we are off to heal the world.
How do you track progress over the course of the program, and what methods do you utilize to ensure people abide by their regime long after they finish their required treatments and sessions?
Okay, so we have, as again I said, we believe in empowering through knowledge. So from day one, from the very word go, we start empowering our patients with knowledge. We teach them the skills of taking care of their health. So even when the treatment stops, they can manage their health beautifully. And when they cannot, they just reach out back to me. But even before they, after the first case taking, before their treatment begins, we give them a treatment plan where we do a projection onto their short-term and long-term therapeutic goals. So it's going to take you this long for the short-term goals to get better, this long for the long-term goals to get better. These are the alternative therapies which would help you. These are the diet or nutrition changes that are going to help you. These are the supplements that are going to help you. So we give the entire holistic projection to the patient on the second visit that they come to see us. And after that, we hold hands for some time, and then I think the patient just knows how to manage his or her own health, and they are no longer patients, they are healthy individuals. But I must share something here. In the past 27 years, something has happened, and I too cannot explain it myself. You see, I consider my work as my sacred duty or sacred service. And sometimes I have an intuitive feeling that I get that maybe this person is not doing so well. And I simply send out a message to that person, how are you? Many patients have said that this message comes when they are very ill, or they are out of sorts, or they are going through some kind of a stress in their life. Even I have not been able to understand this, but this happens. I call this intuition, I call this God, providence, you can call it the higher power's will. And I just feel sometimes I'm that channel reaching out to those people who need me. And I considered myself blessed that whatever that power thinks me capable of reaching out, and I feel blessed that my patients think me worthy of sharing their life's journeys with me.
Yes, over the years, I've had many messages from Dr. Priya. It's rare to get a message from a doctor and who has so much love for her patients and follows up. She always wants you to call, days after your appointment, and I consider Dr. Priya my Singapore mum because she's always there to listen. She's just amazing. I'm just so very blessed.
On that point, I would like to say I'm backed by a very, very dedicated team. I have lovely people who help me do the work of nature nurture. It's not just me. If you ever call my clinic, you'll hear beautiful voices welcoming you to the clinic. Not just me who takes care of you. All of them, all of us together are one big, happy, healthy, harmonious family, aren't we?
Very much. In your view, Dr. Priya, what lies ahead for homeopathy generally and nature nurture specifically?
Okay, in today's world, we are talking about genome medicine. We are talking about medicine which is individualized, because modern science or scientific developments now realize that each one of us is unique and each one of us has a specific genome, and medicine should be made exactly, or therapy should be given in tandem with our genome. Homeopathy realized this in the 18th century. So we have individualized medicine. So let's say Catherine has a cold and Maitreyi has a cold, or Juliana has a cold. It's not the same medicine I'm going to give each one of them, because each one of them is different, and why they got a cold is different, or why they caught a virus is different, or why they got the allergy is different. So the medicine changes, and therefore it is, don't you see, it is exactly what the genome medicine is trying to do now. We individualize medicines for each and every human. So therefore, homeopathy has a great scope Also, more and more people are realizing by the abuse of chemical medicines, there are superbugs, drug resistant bacteria, drug resistant mosquitoes which have developed in the world. Well, homeopathy believes in developing your internal immunity such that you can combat even the superest of the bug. So, homeopathy has a lot of things to do, and yes, it is the medicine for this age. And as far as nature nurtures goes, well, we are going to reach out as far, because I'm on a mission. Yes, I'm truly on a mission to help and heal the world naturally and simply. Health is really a simple logistic. It's not complicated. You don't have to go on any fad diets. You don't have to buy all these very, very costly supplements. You can be simple, natural, and healthy. And that's our motto, and I'm out to reach it. We also believe in empowering through knowledge. So every Wednesday we do the Wacky Wednesdays. We have our YouTube channel where you can go and check all our Wacky Wednesdays, which talk about physical, mental, spiritual health. And I think the more we reach out, the more we share, the more all of us are going to be happy and healthy. Don't you think so, Catherine?
Absolutely.
Yes. On that point, dear friend, it was lovely having Catherine here.
Thank you.
It was really nice. And yes, we have journeyed together. She calls me her Singapore mom, but I must tell you, she has a lovely mom back there in Australia in the Blue Mountains. So she brings the freshness of Blue Mountains to Singapore. So, on that point, dear friends, thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you, Kitsila, for initiating this discussion. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Kika Vika, for being
Thank
here.
you.
And have a lovely day, dear folks. Be happy, be healthy, be harmonious. Thank you.